Hi, boys and girls. Ms. Garcia, Mr. Yates here again. We're going to walk you through how to answer the Check My Progress quiz. Tomorrow, we'll be posting answers for this quiz, but right now we wanted to make sure that you knew how to do it because you're not going to have this paper in front of you unless your parents can print it out. If you can't print it out, we want you just to use a lined piece of paper and to write your answers and number them. That way, when you check your answers, you'll know which ones you're looking at. I'll go over some parts, Ms. Garcia will go over other parts, and we'll just make sure you're on point for how to take this quiz. The first part here is we want you to work on the vocabulary check. Make sure that you complete each one of these sentences by using the correct term. So make sure that you write the answer sentence out using the correct term. There's two choices for each one. Just make sure that you have the right term in the answer sentence. Ms. Garcia, you want to tell them about what to do for the number 5 and number 6?
Yes, so for this section, it says describe the attributes of each quadrilateral. So remember that means any congruent lines as well as parallel lines. Then classify the quadrilateral. So on this one, we want to make sure, and you guys did some similar ones in your guys' homework as well. So if you need to, you guys can refer back to that to kind of see what our answer sentence looks like for that one. But just make sure you guys are using your full sentences and make sure to be double checking your guys' spelling on them. And don't forget to classify the quadrilateral at the end as well. So that means what is the name of the quadrilateral.
All right, perfect. And then down here again, like Ms. Garcia said, these are things you've done on your homework. So we've been telling you to save your homework for just this kind of occasion where you need to go back and look. This will help you decide how to answer it. Here, what I want you to do is I want you to circle the quadrilaterals that have all the attributes of a rhombus. Since you may not have this paper to circle, just go ahead and write something like the quadrilaterals that have all the attributes of a rhombus are, and then finish the answer sentence by the words that you would have circled: trapezoid, square, parallelogram, or rectangle. And do the same thing here. The quadrilaterals that have all the attributes of a rectangle are, and then add the words here that are the right ones that you think share the attributes of a rectangle. We're going to go ahead and turn to the back page. There are going to be 2 pages to this. And then, Ms. Garcia, you want to tell them about what we're going to be doing here for 9 and 10?
Yeah, so for number 9 and number 10, you guys are going to describe the faces, which are the sides, the edges, which is where 2 faces meet one another, and vertices. And remember, vertices is just the plural way of saying a vertex, and that is where 3 faces meet. And they want you guys to do that for each 3-dimensional figure, and then they want you guys to identify it. So look back on your guys' homework. We did very similar ones to these as well, and make sure that you guys are using your complete sentences, and make sure you're answering for all the faces, the edges, and the vertices. And make sure at the very end to identify what that figure is. And if you guys remember in the video that was posted for the previous lesson, there's a chart on there, and it gives you different qualities and attributes for 3-dimensional figures. So if you guys need to use that as a reference, go ahead and use that as well.
Great. And there's just a few more that you're going to need to be working on today on the Check My Progress quiz. First of all, there's one here about Kendra. She claims that the shape of the xylophone shown at the right is a rectangle since there are right angles and parallel sides. Is Kendra correct? In case you're not sure, the shape is going to be outlined right about here so you can see it. And this will help you to kind of get an idea of what Kendra is looking at, a little bit easier here. Now, Kendra thinks that's a rectangle. Is she correct? Well, make sure you say, I know because. So make sure you add that in at the very end of your answer sentence. I know because we want you to explain. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the next one down here. Ms. Garcia, is there anything you think they need to know about this one that before they answer it up?
Just make sure that you guys are reading it very carefully. It specifies certain things in there, like such as the 3 faces that are rectangular and 2 that are triangular. So if it will help you guys to draw a picture, definitely do that. And that's part of it. Draw the figure to support your answer. So once you guys identify what the figure is, go ahead and draw it as well. Or you guys can swap them to where if it'll help you draw it first and then identify it. Just make
Great.
sure you guys are using a complete sentence as well as be aware of your spelling.
Great. And for number 13, I just want you to do this. It says here, which is not a true statement. Just write down the statement that is not true is, and just finish it with the answer sentence. Please don't just say B, C, D, A. Make sure you actually write the whole thing for us. That way, you demonstrate that you understand what you're writing. That should be enough pro tips right there, boys and girls, for you to do really well on this Check My Progress quiz. Once you're done watching this video, go ahead and go down in the agenda and open up the link for the test. Go ahead and take the test, and then we'll be posting in answers for this tomorrow. Bye, boys and girls.